So it is 3:33. Awesome. Right on time. So it is 3:33. I chose this time to go on live for my big launch in our series to self-mastery. I have a YouTube channel. Don't know if you've already looked it up and watched some of the recordings, videos up there, but it's available for you to see because this is my path to self-mastery. And I know that even though it may be uncomfortable, it is through this that I will be helping not only myself but others. And that is why I'm here. This is the path to self-mastery. And it is so important, not only for you, not only for me, but for the whole world at large. This is our ascension. This is how we are ascending to a higher level of consciousness. So I have a few things to share. I actually just did a video on one of the greatest tools that I have found to have helped me in my path, which is astrology. Knowing and understanding our birth chart is so pivotal in our path to self-mastery. There are different tools that we can use and different healing modalities that we do use, and it's all good. They're all valid. They all have truth. In divine truth, everyone has the divine truth within them. And it is through understanding that we can progress in our path to self-master. So there are a few things that I wanted to show, but before I do, I just wanted to share some sound healing because it's just one of the healing modalities that I truly believe in. It's frequency, it's vibration, and that's what's real, in my opinion. So I don't know, can you hear this frequency? If someone can let me know if they can hear this, that would be great. But I guess I can look at it later and we'll find out. We will find out if this works. Hi Angie, thank you for joining me. Claudia, you're feeling it in your knees? That's awesome, then that means it's working. I love you, Angie, and I love you, Claudia. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me in this journey. Okay, so this is the 528 hertz, and it is your heart's frequency, and it is received through the heart, and it will go to wherever it needs to go, because healing is intelligent. It's energy. Energy is intelligent. It will know specifically where to go, where it needs to go in order for you to experience that healing. Okay, so a few things. Astrology, your birth chart is what you as a soul created to come into this world, to come into this life experience, to experience and to learn from and to master. The planets are positioned in a specific way. This is how you designed it in order for you to come into this world you had to have a vision. You foresaw yourself coming in, and you decided, not only you, but as a collective, you all decided to have you come in and experience this life the way that you chose to experience. When I say you, it's more about a collective. Because in actuality, we are one. We are not separate from oneness. Oneness is who we are. So as a collective, you decided to come in here to experience these things and these situations in order to master yourself. So one key thing to really understand is that you are not just your sun sign. You are the whole pie. You have every single sign within you. You have every single planet energy within you. So that way, when you start understanding that, then you can actually tune into the different frequencies that they have to offer you in order for you to learn how to master yourself. It is just like an absolute great tool to master self. It is a great tool for self-discovery and for self-awareness. It truly does help. It's one of my most go-to things, if there is such a thing. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to share with you today is information about ego. What is ego? Ego is an illusion. It is not real, but it is within us. Every single one of us has ego. And the fact that some people assume that the ego is evil and that the ego has to be destroyed, I would question where that's really coming from and where it's really going. Because you cannot destroy anything that's within you. What you will do is you will create a distortion. You will create a fracture. When we create a fracture, it is seen in our auric field. It's all energy, and energy is intelligent. You cannot create nor destroy energy. Energy is in itself the force that is, right? It is not created, can't be destroyed. It just transforms into something else. It keeps transforming. Energy in its right has to keep moving. It has to have balance. And the reason why we come into this world continuously is to restore balance, not only for ourselves, but for the collective. We are doing this because we have such compassion that we choose to do this. It is not about judgment. And I can tell you this, I am one that will judge myself the harshest. I judge myself so harshly. And that's not very compassionate. That's not very compassionate to myself, but it's not very compassionate to the whole collective. Because anything that you do to yourself, as you do to others, you are doing to the whole collective. So really listen to that. We are all reflections of each other. We are not separate from each other. The ego wants us to believe that there is separation and that there is a hierarchy, when in fact, in divine truth, there is no hierarchy. And I'm here to tell you this because I know this to be a divine truth, a divine fact. And I am just going to share every single thing that I can share in order to help others master themselves and really start to look within for their own answers, because everyone has these talents. Everyone has psychic senses. Our body is made to perceive our environment. Our body is a giant antenna. It's a giant psychic antenna. And that is the medicine that I want to bring you today. There is so much medicine that we can use in order to heal ourselves. And when I asked about ego, I do automatic writing, and if you see my desk, you will see how like chaotic it can get, because I have like post-it notes and pages everywhere, like just everywhere. Okay, so I just want to share this with you about the ego. This came in a bit a while ago anyway. So I wanted to be shown ego. The ego is a figment of our imagination. It is not real. If you look for ego, you will not find that which you look for, because it ceases to be, since it can't be without your unawareness of it. Once one attempts to explore the ego, that which does not exist alone will evade one. Ego is separation and delusion. It is the illusion of separation, of division, when in fact we are one. If we are one, then there is no need for the illusion of ego, since there is no room, no space between for the illusion to intrude. I am that I am. You are that being of light, and you have all the information within you. All you have to do is ask. Once you ask, all you must do is be present and aware. The answers will always come once the questions are asked. So this is the invitation for you to start asking. The answers are within you. Trust them. Trust the answers that come. Once you ask, you wait, and the answers will come. If you are aware and present, you will notice the answers. It's not a big deal. This information is available for us all in order for us to master ourselves, in order for us to understand ourselves better, so that way we can understand the world better. And in that way we can help heal ourselves and heal the collective. So if you have any questions, please do ask. I would love to hear them. My North Node is in Leo, and this is why I'm being pushed to do this. I am like my worst critic, and it is not very compassionate. So that means I have to start being more compassionate with myself, and I have to start putting myself into these sorts of situations in order to master myself. And that's why I'm here, sharing this information with you. So the North Node in Leo means I have to take risks. It is through the taking of these risks that I will grow and I will master myself. It's about being bold. So ask yourselves, where is your North Node? Your North Node is where you are being pointed to in this lifetime, so you can heal yourself and so you can master yourself too. So Claudia has a question. What does it mean when you do not have details of birth, such as time of birth? Is it an intended block? Well, if you don't have your time of birth, what you don't get is your rising sign. But I don't think it's such a big deal, because the rising sign is so easy to get just by knowing yourself better. And if you know your your rising sign that way, even though you may not have the actual time, because the time only gives you the house system of the chart. It's the third layer, because they're different layers. So it's the third and last layer in order for you to have that juiciness of a birth chart reading. However, you are getting 2 layers before that. That is quite a lot of information anyway. So what you will get is your north node. If you have your place of birth and your date of birth, you have different planets aligned in different signs, and that is in itself very, very helpful. So you can find out where your north node is and use that information. You just won't have the house system, which is okay. It's fine. Is it an intended block? I don't see it as an intended block. I just see it as something that you have to work towards or work through, if that makes sense. I don't see it really as an actual block, but a little bit perhaps more challenging. Not only because you won't have the house system, but because there's more of a need to become self-aware, if that makes any sense. But thank you so much for your question. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to bring up, because if not, I'm just going to keep this pretty short. And if anyone, you're welcome, Claudia, I love you. If anyone has any questions now or later, if you watch the replay, please post them and I will get to it later on. So my plan is to do this once a week on either a Wednesday or a Thursday, because, you know, days of the week actually have an energy. And the day of the week of Wednesday is that of Mercury, which is about gathering or relaying information. It's a messenger. Mercury is a messenger. It's Hermes. So that's why I feel like Wednesday is a good day. Thursday is a great day too because of Jupiter. Jupiter expands. So the knowledge will be helping expand not only myself, but the collective. I talk a lot about like the collective because I'm not separate from the collective. I am part of it. And really understanding that and embodying that is key to our path to master E. Can you speak more about astrology readings? Do you offer them? I kind of do them for friends or as gifts for clients. I don't really have that offering. What I do have is I offer sessions. My point is to help others, to teach others how to help themselves. That is the medicine that I am bringing. Yeah, Angie, Wednesday and Thursday energies are awesome. And I will tell you how I know these energies. I made the connection, sacred connections, that is where you are, right? So sacred connections is found everywhere. Everything is sacred and we are making connections. If we are aware, we are making these connections at every single moment of our life. So I speak Spanish and I speak English. So I'm using both of these languages I'm bilingual. I'm almost trilingual because I really wanted to be a linguist one day. But anyway, I'm using both languages in order to gain more awareness of the dates. So in Spanish, you have lunes, which is Monday, martes, which is Tuesday, miércoles, which is Wednesday, jueves, which is Thursday, and viernes, which is Friday. So you can see, because Spanish comes from Latin, you can see the similarities of these names in Spanish. So lunes, luna, which means moon, which is Monday. Tuesday would be martes, which is the name of Mars. Miércoles, Mercury, right? Jueves, Jupiter. Viernes, Venus. And then when it comes to the weekend, I mean, the weekend was just found in English. So Saturday and Sunday. So Saturn for Saturday and Sun for Sunday. It doesn't, I'm not sure why it doesn't work out when you translate it into Spanish, because the dates of the week for the weekends would be Sábado and Domingo. Doesn't really have the same vibration when you say them in Spanish, but then if you go into English, it's there. So that is cool. Okay, again, thank you so much for watching. If there are no more questions, I will leave you with that. And I think that 333 is the right number to come in to do these. So next week, expect it to be on a Wednesday or Thursday at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will speak about other tools to master self. Just really know that you are not separate from God. God is found within you. God is around us. God is everywhere. You can't be separate from that which is around you. The energy that surrounds you and is within you and all over, you can't separate yourself from that. So that is truly what the basis of these understandings comes from. It is based on energy, and energy that cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, can only transform into something else. Energy wants to flow. That's why we call our emotions energy in motion. It is the difference between emotions and feelings is the fact that feelings is actually more of a thought process. It's actually more of a thought than an emotion, because emotion is actually you having that feeling and having that feeling move through your body and express itself. And if you repress or suppress emotions, you are preventing that energy from rising and moving. And that, if you do that, you are creating an imbalance within your physical body. And if you do that, that's when you get illness. That's when you get disease within the body. Consider picking a card with each week's class. I've considered that. I'm going to do that with this deck. It is a new deck I got, and I just love it because it's so colorful and so beautiful. So Earth Warriors Oracle, Rise of the Soul Tribe of Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries. I'm going to pick a quick card for us today, and I will end with that. I'll just have to read it. But good suggestion, Claudia. I'm like thinking with you. I don't know if I'm the queen of decks, but you know, I like them. They're fun. Okay, what message do you have us as a collective to know and to become more aware of? Okay. If you could be here right now looking outside my window, you could see all the birds chirping. They're so happy. I just love looking outside the window. So what I do with cards is I sort of like wait until I'm either told to stop or until one sort of jumps out. Okay. Medicine Horse, Progress on the Path. Great card for today since we're talking about mastery. Yep, Claudia, nature is super happy today. Today's a good day. Today is 4/11, 4/11/11, which is an 8. So I'm going to read from the book because it's a brand new deck, but I am not surprised about getting this card. Horse symbolizes strength, mobility, movement, perseverance, persistence, compassion. That's the medicine that the horse brings. It's communion with nature and communion with yourself. So it's not surprising that this is the card that popped up since we are talking about self-mastery. Yeah, it's about communion with yourself. In order to master yourself, you have to be in communion with yourself. Go within and master that. So let's see what the book says for us. I'm excited about this deck of cards because they're so cool. They're so colorful. Okay. Bear with me. I will read the whole thing. Okay. I stopped in the wrong one. Medicine Horse, progress on the path. I am Medicine Horse, bringing you the message of freedom, journey, and progress. Do not act as though you are a beast of burden. Claim your innate divine dignity. Allow yourself to feel and be graceful. Recognize and honor your needs for rest, openness, safety, and respect. An ability to hear, know, and feel spiritual truth, which will guide you in every aspect of your life journey, is opening up now. Connect with your spirit. Live your truth. Integrity, authenticity. That's, what I'm picking up on. Okay, so there is a powerful and sacred bond between your soul and the animal kingdom. If you have a beloved animal who has left this world for the spirit world, here is a message that this beautiful being is protected by Great Spirit and is loved and peaceful now. That creature is completely forgiven and completely forgiving. Forgiven and forgiving. You are also guided to honor the inner knowing that flows naturally from your instincts and intuition. As you respect your inner guiding wisdom, your life experience will improve. You will successfully navigate your way around negativity, healing, spirit communication, and loving repair of the sense of self after any type of abuse is indicated. There is spiritual support and assistance for a journey ahead that will take you far. Progress is being made. The spiritual guidance is the following. Medicine Horse brings healing gifts for the mind, body, and soul. Horse is a healer. This oracle indicates that a time of significant healing is at hand. Sometimes the most powerful healing at a soul level happens subtly. It may involve emotional catharsis and dramatic psychological aha moments, but it often happens almost invisibly without us realizing how much our inner work is reshaping us from within. Eventually, we experience the fruits of our inner journey. Our interpretation of past experiences changes, empowering us to leave behind old points of view, former identities, and negative expectations for the future. We begin to feel the lightness and promise of our spirit. We discover and take delight in our own divine beauty. We have made progress and a new horizon opens up. Horse medicine also brings a special type of healing through two particular traits: authentic connection Remember, I just said that, authenticity, authentic connection. I lost my place. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh boy. Authentic connection and heightened sensitivity. Many types of emotional damage to human beings can be healed through the experience of these two principles of Horse wisdom. It is the task of a spiritually aware and skillful counselor, be that a human or a horse, to mirror back one's emotional experience with authenticity, presence, honesty, and acceptance in a way that builds a sense of real connection to another living being. Horse medicine is the soul medicine of trust. Trust in oneself, trust in relationship, trust in our bodies, intuitions, instincts, and in life itself to guide us and provide us with what we need. Humans can recognize and develop healing compassion for their own wounded tendency towards hypervigilance and defensiveness through witnessing the exquisite sensitivity of the horse. Witnessing the survival mechanism of the herd can help us address the wounds around trust. Seeing herd behavior may allow, perhaps for the first time as an adult, a person to honor the need for genuine connection and healing community at a deep level and see how vital it is to the ability to survive and thrive. When Medicine Horse comes to you, there is a deepening in your aliveness and a release of automatic reactivity and defensiveness, and an ability to be increasingly alive, authentic, and real. You will believe more and more that the universe has your back and has blessed you with the resources that you need, not only to survive, but also to thrive. You will also understand that you do not need to take this journey alone. Horse doesn't want to be held back in any way, and its appearance is a sign of progress being made in our physical worldly pursuits, and especially in the inner process of soul healing. Horse medicine is helpful for cultivating a loving and respectful relationship with the body, rather than trying to dominate it with mind. It can help us in undoing patterns of abuse and learning to trust in bodily instincts and wisdom. Remember what I said, your body is your antenna. It is your way to perceive your reality. It is also especially helpful medicine for developing a constructive attitude towards fear. Horse helps us acknowledge all our emotions, including fear, and contain them so that we feel heard without censorship, yet also safe and held. We can then channel the vital energy of our emotions into conscious choices that allow for progress, vitality, and engagement with the world. So this Alana, I don't really know how to say her first name, Fairchild. She's just fantastic when it comes to all her decks of cards. She includes a healing process at the end, and I'm going to share that with you right now for this card. For your healing process, use this simple visualization. Feel, imagine, or visualize a wild herd of horses. Hear the stomping of their hooves hitting the earth. Sense their energy, freedom, aliveness, playfulness, even excitement as they urge each other on, running together. They are safe, but they are wild and free. They are skittish and on the lookout for any situations to avoid, yet they are completely vital in the present moment. You may hear them snort or neigh as they run past you. You may sense the air and dust whipped up as their manes and tails fly in the wind. Can you allow that aliveness and vital presence to pulsate through you? I sure can. When you are ready, finish your visualization with this simple prayer. Spirit of the horse, beautiful, wild, and free, you liberate me. You show me the truth of my experiences and that I respond as was natural for me then. Now my nature is ready to be alive in a new way. I am ready to celebrate my spiritual beauty, the freedom to be myself and to enjoy sacred connections, OMG, OMG, that are mutually supportive and encouraging. I honor you, medicine horse, for the beautiful gift you bring to relieve my soul. You help me walk in the way of spirit and with honesty, power, and grace. May all horses and all creatures be happy and free. You have completed your healing process. Wow, that is powerful. Oh my goodness. Like, that is the perfect card to get for today's live broadcast. And if you're watching this on replay, quantum healing. It's no less powerful if you watch it later as opposed to now. You're getting the same healing frequency. Powerful card, and I just want you to take a moment and connect with the card. Be compassionate with yourself. Be compassionate with others. We are all doing the best we can given the information we hold at the moment. Through self-mastery, we will be healing ourselves and healing others. We will be rising within our awareness of ourselves, and therefore we will be more aware when it comes to others. That is the medicine that the horse brings us today. You're welcome, Angie. I'm so happy that you joined me live. You are the best. I love you so much. Okay, did I show you guys this? Well, obviously it's going to be upside down, I think, or sideways, whatever. But this is cool. And I suggest that you all look up your North Node sign and follow that sign. I happen to have my rising sign in Cancer, so the moon cycles are very powerful for me. So you're welcome, William. So thank you so much for being here live. So as a Cancer rising, that means that the moon itself has a lot of weight in my chart. I'm a lunatic person, right? That could make me very moody and things like that, but it's actually because Cancer rising people are extremely emotional and extremely scared to get hurt. And it is because of this fear of getting hurt that we want to hide in our safe haven of our home. And that way we feel like we can't be hurt by other people because we're not even opening up to be hurt by other people. However, it is not through that we master. It is through the vulnerability and the openness that we actually master ourselves. And that is what I'm mastering within myself because I'm a Cancer rising. And knowing that and putting that into action are actually very different things, because intellectually I can understand that and I can totally get it. But putting that into action is more challenging because it takes great courage. So what we can do to help ourselves get these energies is by connecting with our power animals. And through the connection of the sacred connection of connecting with our power animals and our spirit animals, they hold that energy frequency within. So we are taking that on within ourselves. I can tell you that one of my power animals is Eagle. And Eagle, as you may know, has the ability to be extremely resourceful and be extremely insightful. It's actually a quite common power animal for psychics. No shock, right? No problem, Claudia. Love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Angie. I love you. I'm going to end this because I feel like we've said enough for today, but we're going to get into shamanic experiences and healing modality in later weeks. So, like I said, any questions that you may have, if you have watched this on replay, please post them and I will actually answer these questions. I will not answer them, okay? I'm looking for interaction here. That's what I need from you so that I can do more of these. Thank you so much and all my love to you. Bye.